This is a weather vane that I made in 1982. It's of the Guernsey milk can and it's on the top of our barn for the showroom. But currently now I'm working on more of a modern style, what they call kinetic engineering, and this is based on the Guernsey lily design. Hello, my name is Bruce Russell. I'm a third generation gold and silversmith working in Guernsey, the Channel Islands. For you, the other side of the world, that's the little islands, Channel Islands, they're near to France, in between France and England. My family through the years, they've made a lot of weather vanes that what you'd see on top of churches, all different styles. But today I'm working on more of a modern style of kinetic engineering. Really, kinetic engineering, it just means that it's engineered a bit better than what a weather vane would have been made. But saying that, a lot of the weather vanes have been up for 200-300 years. But the style that I'm doing it's a different bearing mechanism to what we would use for a weather vane. So I based this one on the idea of the Guernsey lily. This is quite a famous local flower, and it's going to have the shafts coming off here that'll go into a central bus that houses all the bearings. So to make something like this, we would start off by just drawing out a section of the Guernsey lily. We would then make a template in copper. This template then, that you can see here, this is the first one I've made that I've cut out. To do this, all I would do is get a sheet of copper, and I would mark it out onto the sheet. This is a little piece of silver here, but it would be marked out onto the sheet. You go around with the scriber, cut it out partly by sawing and snips, and then when you've got these, the right amount that you require, what you would do is you would start to hammer it up on the tree trunk like you've seen some of me making other pieces in silver. That process is called blocking to get a bit of shape into it. So what I've got to do is 2, 7, 14. I've got to make 14 of these, and then I've got to put the sections for that'll go into the centre bus. That's these here. These are going to be soldered onto the sections here, and this then will go into the centre that holds the bearings. So if you want to watch me doing it, a lot of people have said they can't understand how these things spin. Well, when you make a weather vane that goes on top of a church, it's just really a central pole, and it's got either a stainless steel bearing, or the old days a lot of people used to use a marble, and it spins around in the wind. But the difference with this kinetic piece is that you're going to have your main shaft made out of stainless steel, and the top meter of it, you've got from the bottom, it'll come up through the centre of that, and it's housed on the stainless steel bearings. So it means that the pieces, the two wheels, they can turn into the wind wherever it's going. So I'll get this section here made up, and you'll watch as it basically comes together. About what I want. Now take that over and put some grooves in it now down here. You would have seen me using this tool before. It's called a swage. It's got a little U-shaped groove in it, and you've got a rounded end just here. So when the two of them come together, it depresses the metal through the groove. We use it really for making the traditional milk cans, but I want to get the groove effect in here. So put it in, and you just work freehand, closing it up and down on the copper. The lines, they've got to form down here, so everything radiates from this point that goes on the end of the shaft. Quite an ingenious little tool this for just putting a ribbed area in. I could do with a bit more coming out from here. So where this is going to be a bit weak, I'll take it up from the top and run it right down. Now I'll just go back onto the block in a minute and just get it a little bit more straight, but the actual shape of it's coming together very good indeed. So I'll do a few more of these down here, make them slightly out of true because nature is never straight lines, and then that will be ready then to have this shaped into U to take the shaft that's going to go in here. What I need to do is get a key on the copper so that when the paint and the gold fleck goes on it after, it's got a really good key. So I'll use this very fine little wire here. If I start it off, it spins around very fast, and we just go over the metal with it like this here. So I'll go over the whole item like that, and that'll give it a lovely key for when the piece goes on. I've had one of my grandchildren in today, Maddie. Maddie's 8 years old, and this is a piece, this is the 5th piece actually she's made, designed like this and made. It's all made in copper. So what she does, she puts them in the showroom window, and then people seem to come along and buy them.
You have to keep your hits together in like one bunch,
right,
to make it look really neat, because you can't get hits all around here like this, like that.
Right.
We have to get it in a nice one bunch, so it's really, really neat. Bye.
At 8 years old, it's the same as I was teaching my son Simon to make pieces, starting again in copper and then working on to silver and gold. But it's a great way to keep a tradition alive. This is a close-up of the bearings. As you can see, they spin very, very easy. The bearings are actually, they look like this, they're all stainless steel. What I've done is I've taken out the grease that was packing them because we want no friction at all that goes into here. And then what I'll do, I'll probably use some gearbox oil, something very, very thin, and put the washers on that go around here, then both sides, and then they're completely sealed. So that will go into here like this. It's as you can see, they're bolted on there. This is all made out of machine grade stainless steel, and this here is all bronze. The little grob screws that you see here, these are going to hold on the end caps. So these will be put in like this here, and then the caps tightened down to seal them. So the whole item then is all encapsulated, and it's fine. Now what I've done is I've put a compass mark, you can probably see just around here, and I'm going to drill out the 7 holes. These are going to take the arms for the lily. These sort of kinetic engineered items are very, very popular now around the world. You see them in a lot of big municipal buildings, and even some private people have some quite sophisticated ones. So there'll be 7 of these that'll come out from around here, and these will then catch the wind because they're dished slightly, as you can see from the side profile. But they've got to be bent. I've made a little pattern up here. This is one piece of copper that's been chased out. You can see they got brass shafts as such. So what I'm going to do is I need to give it a coat of black primer to seal it, and then after that the leg that you see, the arm that would go in to actually form the stem of the flower, I'm going to leave that in brass, and those will just go lovely green colour. So I've got quite a few here that I've already finished. First job will be just a coat of black primer, let that dry, and then I start to spray the lilies in the correct colour, as you can probably see here with all the arms just resting in a piece of wood. So I'll carry on doing all these, then I'll have to then get them soldered into this central part that's where all the bearings are, the housings. Well, it's just been finished and put up. It seems to be working very well. The top section swiveling on its own on the little stainless bearing inside the top section, and the roller bearings inside the little housings are working very, very well. It's completely silent and seems to be vibration free, so that's brilliant. There's a nice little breeze on and off today. I'm well pleased with it. It's working very well. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make it, and from Bruce in Guernsey. Take care everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.